Samsung has collapsed -8.77% to $255,000, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Saturday, July 18th, and this is your complete global market briefing. It is a split session across global markets. This comes as oil prices rise after Kuwait says Iran attacked water desalination and power plant, adding pressure to energy markets. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is down -1.01%, trading at $7,457.69. Equity markets are responding to reports that Asian markets tumble as RE stock sell-off deepens. Nikkei sinks nearly 6%, he plunges 2%, the Times of India. NASDAQ 100 is down -1.49%, trading at $28,593. Equity markets are responding to reports that Wall Street ends lower as chip weakness offsets solid earnings, economic data. Dow Jones is trading lower by -0.77%, at $52,146. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ close lower on tech weakness but recover after hours on strong Micron earnings, Moo, Avgo, Google in focus, StockTwits. DAX is trading lower by -0.67%, at $24,831. This comes as oil prices rise after Kuwait says Iran attacked water desalination and power plant, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 ticked up +0.27% to $10,600. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500 and NASDAQ end higher on cool inflation data, solid bank earnings. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung made a dramatic move today, plunged -8.77% to $255,000. Equity markets are responding to reports that Samsung profit surges over eightfold to beat estimates as RE boom fuels memory chip crunch. The HBM supply competition with SK Hynix is the defining story. Samsung needs to close the yield gap to win hyperscaler HBM contracts. Consumer DRAM pricing is recovering as inventory normalizes. Watch for any Nvidia or Google qualification update on Samsung HBM. TSMC dropped sharply -2.81% to $398.23. Equity markets are responding to reports that Hyperion's big bet on TSMC, why long-term growth outweighs geopolitical risk, caveat RE. AI chip demand has created a demand floor that insulates TSMC from the consumer electronics cycle. High-NA EUV ramp at N2 and beyond represents a technology advantage no competitor can replicate for years. Watch the next earnings call for any commentary on 2026 capacity allocation. Meta is down -2.79%, trading at $646.01. Equity markets are responding to reports that 3RE spend metrics that keep me buying Meta leading up to earnings report. 24/7 Wall St WhatsApp monetization is the next major revenue unlock, still largely untapped outside of India's business messaging push. AI infrastructure spending is heavy, but the ROI is visible in ad performance metrics. Any positive user growth data from emerging markets would be a catalyst. BHP is down -2.71%, trading at $57.54. Investor sentiment is being shaped by China is taking on mining giants to reorder a $190 billion market, mining.com. Copper exposure is the long-term investment thesis. BHP's copper assets will benefit from the structural deficit expected this decade as the energy transition drives demand. Iron ore price and China steel output remain the dominant near-term earnings variables. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as oil prices rise after Kuwait says Iran attacked water desalination and power plant, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500 and NASDAQ end higher on cool inflation data, solid bank earnings. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. On the data front, equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ close lower on tech weakness but recover after hours on strong Micron earnings, Moo, Avgo, Google in focus, StockTwits. Turning to commodities. Brent crude surged to $88.09 per barrel, up 4.58% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that China's crude buying pause has helped cushion the market. That might be changing. WTI crude surged to $81.77 per barrel, up 3.57% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that China's crude buying pause has helped cushion the market. That might be changing. Natural gas climbed to $2.92, up 2.03% on the session. This comes as oil prices rise after Kuwait says Iran attacked water desalination and power plant, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold edged higher to $4,023 per troy ounce, up 0.94% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that why is gold a safe haven investment? Yahoo Finance. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. The technical picture for Samsung has deteriorated. The $239,700 level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.14, losing 0.22% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.35, losing 0.66% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 162.35, gaining 0.17% on the day. The move in the dollar reflects reports that week ahead for FX, bonds, US, European PMI data, ECB decision in focus. Let us close with the key events and catalysts on our radar. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We cover every major global market, every single day. If this kind of daily, actionable analysis is useful to you, please support us with a like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it means a great deal to this channel. Share this with anyone who invests or trades, they will thank you for it. Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.